Hey everybody, Beer Time with Joe here, and story time. Not just any story time though, one about me drinking beer. We got a lot of those. So let's finish this one off and we'll get to it. Right now we are in my basement. I got all these lovely tools down here. I like having tools. I'm quite a handyman. I like things so. I got big wrenches that I really don't have a use for, but they're cool. This is a Craftsman 1-inch wrench. And we're going to know when you need a 1-inch or a 15/16 closed-in wrench. Craftsman. Great products. Y'all like my tools? I think they're cool. I also got some nice power tools down here. I love DeWalt. They might not be the best in the West, but they certainly aren't a slouch. Probably my dog's barking in the background. So, let's crack a beer and get into it. But, before we get started, got to give a shout out to a subscriber, Randall Bird. Randall, you were awesome. This guy's amazing. I met him at Trader Vic's while I was down there, and he was a wealth of knowledge, not just about Trader Vic's, but about the history of it. And tell you what, let's pause right now, and I'll run a short clip of what he told me and one of my friends about the Trader Vic's Mai Tai.
In approximately 1944, Trader Vic invented the Mai Tai, and there was a long legal battle between him and Don the Beachcomber about who really invented it. But eventually it was determined that Trader Vic indeed invented the Mai Tai. It wasn't the same drink at all as the Mai Tai Swizzle that Don the Beachcomber had. And so when you come here to Trader Vic's here in Atlanta, you're drinking the original Mai Tai as Trader Vic himself invented.
We might not always drink beer, but when we do, we enjoy a damn good Mai Tai at Trader Vic's. Wasn't that interesting? It's amazing the knowledge people deem as important enough for them to remember. And I thought that was so interesting, what he had to say there. So Randall, here's a picture of Randall, me and Randall at Trader Vic's, drinking and having a good time. But on to the story, y'all. So, I come from a rather large family. I have 43 cousins. Some people say, wow, that's a lot. That's on one side. I have 43 cousins on one side and probably another 20 on the other. That doesn't count the kids my cousins have had. So, that being said, all of us can't really get together all that often. We're so big. We're spread out all from New York to Ohio, Iowa, not Iowa. Yeah, Iowa. No, yeah, Iowa, Utah, Colorado, Florida, North Carolina. We are all over the place. And me here in good old Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Who doesn't? And so, about 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was that, might have been longer, we were down on my aunt's farm in Florida. They have about 500 acres down there. It was an old quarry mine. So, that was the limestone they took and used to build I-75 down there in Florida. So they did that, and they just have these lakes, these crystal clear, really deep lakes. And we were hanging out down there, chatting, having a good old time. And someone said, let's go jump off the cliff. I'm like, cliff? We were all hanging out at Tiki Bar, and the other end, there's a cliff. Usually about, I want to say 15 feet high. 15, 20 feet high. But it was the summer, water was down. So it was probably about closer to 25 to 30 feet high. It was so much fun. But you know, me being me, what I have to do, I grabbed a beer. All my good stories start with I grabbed a beer. And you know why? That's because no good story ever started with, and then I finished my salad. That's true. If you can point me to a good story that said, then I finished my salad, I'll plug whatever you got for me. But you got to give proof of it. I'm going to give proof of this one. I always like to give proof. So we were down there, and everyone's jumping off the cliff, left and right. Everyone's having a good old time. And my aunt and uncle are taking photos. They're great photographers. Susan, Mark, talking to y'all. They're fantastic photographers. Susan and Mark both photographed my wedding for me. So it was awesome. They did a great job. So we're down there doing all this, and then I get the idea. I said, Uncle Mark, get ready. I grab my beer. Woo! I'm already in one deep already. And I tell him, okay, get ready to shoot. He says, okay, Joseph, just go. So I get a running start. I go, I jump off the cliff, beer to my mouth. Just like that. I hit the water, me and all my belliness I have. And I got a photo. I'll put it up right now. I got that photo that Uncle Mark took of me drinking a beer, falling into the water of this lake. It was just awesome. It's one of those things you think, that wasn't too stupid to do, but not the smartest. I'll tell you why it wasn't the smartest. We go swimming in this lake all the time. I have no reservations about getting in that water when there are other people with me. However, there are alligators in that water. We have spotted 4-foot, 5-foot alligators in that water. And so, not the smartest idea, but not the dumbest either. They're a bunch of people. Alligator's not going to come around. But it was just so much fun. I love hanging out with family. Because family is what it's all about. And I'm getting ready to expand my family. I'm going to have a baby. Well, my wife and I are going to have a baby. A little baby boy. So, that's coming up. So if you don't see any videos for a long time or anything, that's why. I will post more videos. Follow me on Facebook too. Beer Time with Joe on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. Beer Time with Joe on Instagram. But yeah, that's me jumping off a cliff drinking a beer. Because sometimes you just gotta do something for posterity that you want to do. Find what makes you happy and follow your dream. But at the same time, just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you're going to be good at it. Mike Rose said that. I like him. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. I feel like that's me. I'm a no-nonsense. I look at things from a practical point of view. Like, well, why would I have all these 9/16 wrenches? Because I use them a lot. It's what I use in work. And I like it. I really like working with my hands. Anyway, y'all, this has been Beer Time with Joe. Stay safe, drink safe, and we'll see y'all at the next one.
Which aren't commonly used.
Screw you, I already opened one. And I'm Joe.
How's it going, Joe?
What would you like to talk about?